Good morning, Facebook. Grace and peace to y'all. I love y'all. I'm out here in California and we just went through a storm and about 2 inches of rain overall. And today the skies are starting to clear up. The sun's coming out. It's a new year. And today I just wanted to talk about the peace of God, living in the peace of God. Christ living in me and me living in Christ. And the beauty of that, the contentment and the peace and the joy of that. The reality of it is that we are all a work in progress. If Apostle Paul can say, not that I've already attained these things, but I press on towards that upward call, we are all in process. But it does not mean that we can't live in the peace of God, in the grace of God, in the love of God, when our route has changed. My life has changed over the last 15 years to where I could finally live in a place of contentment and peace and joy. And religion does not get us there. We're on the treadmill of trying to get somewhere with God and with others by our performance or our behavior. But we can truly live in the peace of God no matter what circumstance we're in. We can be a radiant reflection of His love and grace that we've received when we are truly His. When we're not on that treadmill, but we experience His grace and His love, then we get to reflect that in our daily lives. So what my life is like today is that I get to be a reflection of His grace and love with everybody that I come in contact with, right? So many of the people that I encounter do not go to church because they have been either hurt by church or they have guilt and shame in their life or a number of various things that keep them from experiencing God's love and grace. So what I believe that my purpose is to be an expression of that love and grace to all that I encounter. And we have some amazing conversations about the beauty of Christ and the ugly side of religion and everything out there. But it's a beautiful life because guess what? We are all a work in progress. Our relationships are in progress. Our renewing of our mind is in progress. I've got a long way to go. So does everybody that is out there. If somebody's pretending like they don't, watch out, run for the hills. If somebody is pretending like we have the truth, be careful, right? That's in religious pride rather than humility of just being His and Him being molding you and shaping you more into the image of His beautiful Son as you go. That we get to live in that peace and joy, and our circumstances are going to be struggles at some times. Our life is going to be hard, but that inward peaceful disposition of the secret of contentment of just being His, going from that root of I am my own to being His, then we get to start living in that way. And what I believe is the more we are rooted and established in His love, the more we become an expression of that love. And I think that so many people out there miss the mark when they're on the treadmill of religion, of trying to perform in order to receive God's love and acceptance, receive people's love and acceptance by their goodness. It's not about that. It's by the grace of God that we are saved. And this is not of ourselves. It's the gift of God, so that no man may boast. Come to me, all who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Yoke yourself to me, learn my ways, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Religion is not easy or light, but the love of God is. The beauty of Christ is. So it's just about receiving that in your own life and then being able to walk in that and being able to experience the peace of God no matter what circumstance you are going through. It's a beautiful life. But it doesn't mean you're not going to have trials, you're not going to have suffering. That's all BS. You are. It's part of our human condition, because what is decaying on the outside, right, by the life that we live here, by our choices that we've made, we can be overwhelmed by that grace and love, so we can be that shining light to those that are hurting and suffering around us. So it's not all about you at the center anymore. I don't have to try and justify my life by anything, because I've been justified by him, by my faith. So I can truly be free and full. Then I get to just be an expression of that everywhere I go. And that's the beautiful journey of the peace of God. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, right? How does that happen? By being his. It's about as simple as that. Letting go of that old life and experiencing him in and through you, so that you can truly live in that same freedom and fullness, instead of in bondage to all the things that we give ourselves to, all the small gods rather than the creator of all things. I love you, and I hope you can enjoy the beauty of his grace, and rooted and established in his love is where you need to be, so that you can truly walk in that freedom and fullness. But we don't allow ourselves to get there, because we're constantly striving to receive rather than receiving and then expressing. I love y'all. God bless.